Welcome to Take 5. Today we're lucky to have with us the one and only Mike Dunphy from SmallCorp to talk about their seamed Optium Museum Acrylic for works larger than the biggest sheets we make. I thought we'd start with a peek into the shop, since I'm sure many of our viewers wonder about where you make that magic happen. Can you tell us a little bit about what we're seeing here?
Sure. So you're seeing some views inside our shop. We fabricate with wood, metal, glass, acrylic. We do our own painting and powder coating, and of course, Optium Museum Acrylic, as you know. What you're seeing there is Danielle CNC milling some specialized parts that we make for museum cases. Also, our very large vacuum presses for laminating aluminum honeycomb panels and lots of other things. And you probably know we make lots and lots of aluminum and acrylic picture frames. So you're seeing there Corey and Don with a big aluminum frame. And we're really well known for making large frames.
Yes,
and
you are.
Big frames need very large glazing, right?
Absolutely. So one of the things that I find exceptional outside of the actual work you guys do is that you are fully solar out in Western Massachusetts. Can you run this solar system through the winter?
So we do run the solar through the winter, but we don't make as much power with it as we do in the summer. So we're tied to the grid. In the summer, we make more than enough power. And on net, we make more power than we use. So we're a net solar generator. And as a result, we have air conditioning in the shop now and electric car charging stations. And on our website, you can see some pretty interesting stats like power generated versus power consumed and things like that.
That's awesome. It's amazing. So our largest sheets of Optium Museum Acrylic are 72 by 120 inches. And you found a way of joining two or more sheets together for larger works. And one of the questions we get a lot is, how do you do it?
Well, of course, it's top secret. It took us several years of testing to get it right, and a fair amount of experimentation, different kind of glues, different techniques for fabrication, different combinations of glues and techniques. Along the way, we ended up with a patent for our process for fabricating Optium Museum acrylic vitrines, but also I think we've hit the combo that works best for bonding the sheets together.
Very cool. How large can you go? Can you, how many sheets can you put together, and then can you go vertically and horizontally?
We can do 3 sheets end to end, so that would be 30 feet by 6 feet. The seams all have to be parallel. It doesn't matter if they're vertical or horizontal when you're using the glazing, but the seams have to be parallel with each other.
Okay. And can you customize where the seam is?
Yes. A lot of our customers specify where the seam's going to fall, sometimes to align with a specific spot in the artwork, or sometimes to avoid a specific focal point in the artwork.
Okay. And sometimes the joined sheets are so big that they don't fit through a doorway like we can see here, and it requires a little bending. How strong is the seam?
It's really strong, actually. We think it might be stronger than the material itself. We used to handle it with kid gloves like it was glass, and nowadays we handle it just like a regular acrylic sheet. Early on, we bonded 2 sheets together end to end and tried to roll them into a big cylinder. And the sheet itself broke before the seam would break.
Wow. And this one here is at Exeter College at Oxford. How far has some of your seamed sheets traveled?
They've gone to Paris, some to Switzerland, many of them to Hong Kong, Sweden, Taiwan.
Wow.
So far, we've had no damage. Some of them went from Massachusetts to San Francisco to Paris, back to California. So we're very comfortable with the strength of the seam.
Fantastic. And how do you manage to get these ginormous sheets to their destinations?
Typically, well, they're crated first, but typically they're put inside a dedicated trailer truck or a container. And the crate needs to be sized in a way that it can get on through the doors of a truck or onto the back of a flatbed. But most importantly, it needs to get through the doors of the loading dock and all the way to the gallery where it's going to live. And sometimes that's the hard part.
Rightio. This is where we can see actually an example where the sheets don't even fit on a truck, right? So once they get there, crazy. All right. Well, thanks so much for taking the time, and until the next time.
Thanks for including me. Always fun to talk to you.